Hi, I'm JimmyNavio. For those who follow you who are interested in traveling abroad and getting started on what you do, what are 3 do's and don'ts for or if not 3, just give us maybe some hey, I learned this, don't do that. Like for people starting out, what lessons can they learn from your experience? What are some things to do and not to do if you're trying to get into this?
Number 1, have more than one bank and have multiple debit cards, because one of the most common things that happens to first-time travelers is their bank thinks that they are doing fraud because they're spending money in weird countries. Their account gets frozen and then they can't access their money. So if you have multiple banks, multiple cards, that's less likely to happen. Second thing is, a lot of countries require that you show proof of flight out of a country. So I always book one-way tickets, and sometimes the country says, whoa, one way, when are you going to leave? We want to see proof that you're leaving. Well, there's actually services out there like Best Onward Ticket. You can pay $9 and it will literally buy a ticket in your name that's refundable. So it's like a fake ticket basically. And so you pay $9, you just say, my name is Joe Brown, and it will buy a ticket in your name. And then you can show the immigration officer, see, I'm leaving, but you're really not. You can also use that to expedite your passport, because they want to see proof of travel. So you just go, you're like, okay, generate me a ticket. That's another big one. Maybe a third tip would be, let's see, for traveling, make sure that your phone is unlocked and get a local SIM card. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to be traveling, let me call T-Mobile. But then you're paying 75 cents a minute, and it's crazy, hundreds of dollars. Where the truth is, a lot of times if your phone is unlocked, you can just take the SIM card out and you just buy a SIM card in that country. For example, you can get a SIM card for $10, $20. That's unlimited 4G. And it's way cheaper just to
use a local SIM card.
Yeah, use a local SIM card. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I got a good deal. I'm paying $180 a month for 3
international calls.
What are you doing? Let me think. Another one might be, make sure that when you're booking flights, it's best to arrive in a new place during the day and not at nighttime. There's nothing weirder than arriving in a new country at 2 a.m. because then all of a sudden you're like, oh, here's my hotel. Oh, guess what? Check-in is at 3 p.m. You have to sit in the lobby for 14 hours. Those kind of considerations. People go, oh, it's cheap. It's a cheap ticket. Yeah, but you're arriving at a weird time. It's actually going to cost you a lot of headache. So I don't know if those are good or not, but
yeah, no, those are good. What about some don'ts? What are some legit mistakes you've made as a traveler where you show up and you think, oh, I'm going to do this, and then shit goes wrong, or something what are some things you don't want to do when you show up as an American in a foreign country? Don't
just do the sightseeing. Don't just Google what to do in Tokyo and just do that, because the truth is everyone's doing that, and you think you're going to have this authentic experience, and the truth is it's going to be you with 900 Chinese old ladies taking selfies. It's going to be the most not interesting experience ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't just do what the tourist stuff is. Do something. Here's something I like to do. Ask the taxi driver, hey, where do you buy groceries? Or, hey, where do you live? I'd like to see a neighborhood. That's something. I've actually asked taxi drivers to take me to their house, and they've done it. I've actually gone into their house, met their family, stuff like that. It's really cool, So don't just do the tourist stuff. Let's see. Don't think that going to more countries is more traveling. A lot of people are like, I went to 10 countries in 3 days. I'm awesome. It's no. You got to realize that, the first day and the last day of your traveling doesn't count, because it's all moving around.
Right.
So people think I'm gonna go to all these countries, and that means it's better to go slower and do less, go to less places, but enjoy the places you're at more.
Take it all in.
Yeah, I call it sprint travel. They're like, all right, we're going one day in Portugal, one day in Greece, one day. It's like, dude, don't you realize that if you shave off all the travel time, you're actually not even, you're just like, you're literally just running. You're just like, okay, I'm off the plane. Okay, here I am. Picture. It's like people think, oh, more countries equals more travel. But no, it's how long you're there, what you do, quality over quantity.
Right.
And then your only memory is, oh, I took a photo of this.
Yeah, it's a blur. It's ridiculous. Yeah.